Hello and welcome. I am Melissa Puls, Ivanti Chief Marketing Officer, and we are very excited to have you here with us today. I know from the registrations we have people joining us from across the nation and around the globe, from your home, office, or even that coffee shop, as everywhere work has expanded just about anywhere. In case you haven't heard, at Ivanti we are all about everywhere work, and we have some great things in store for you today. First up, you'll hear from Ivanti CEO, Jeff Abbott, who will talk about a day in the life of IT and security professionals and how Ivanti is breaking down barriers so that everywhere work can thrive. And then you'll hear from our Chief Product Officer, Sri Mukkamala, about the solutions Ivanti provides to discover, manage, secure, and service all your IT assets from everywhere. Now let's get started. Jeff Abbott joined Ivanti in 2020 as president and was named CEO just a year later. What makes Jeff a truly special leader is his precision focus on helping you, our customers and partners, succeed to drive positive outcomes for your business. That starts by creating a customer and partner-centric culture at Ivanti, which is the center of every decision we make. Jeff, take it away.
Thank you, Melissa. It's great to be here with all of you, our customers and partners. I want to thank you for joining us. Breaking down barriers, elevating everywhere work. After the next hour, you'll understand more about how we approach these challenges and how Ivanti is uniquely suited to help you. At Ivanti, we've been on a mission to help our customers succeed and flourish in evolving work environments. This is what we set out to do starting in January 2020 through 5 acquisitions, which doubled Ivanti's size, and continuing today. We saw a need and an opportunity to help organizations like yours manage their IT assets efficiently and securely, to harness technology and automation, to ultimately create a better work environment for your employees and greater outcomes for your business. Today, we'll share more about that vision, our momentum over the last few years, and the solutions we have in place to help you succeed. As a result of collaborating with you and with your business problems in mind, we've seen 3 themes emerge. First, over the past couple of years, the need for remote work acted as a forcing function for accelerated transformation. We're harnessing that momentum, both for you and for how we deliver the technology you require to make good on that promise that started in those uncertain times. We must continually evolve together. Many of you have told me you're working hard to finish that last mile of digital transformation that's been your focus for years. Moving to SaaS and realizing the value of scale and flexibility, this is the evolution, the journey, if you will, that we're on together. But moving your IT environments to SaaS alone is not enough. Enabling efficiency is a core focus. We know that with the increase of artificial intelligence, greater efficiencies can be achieved. Human intelligence that's elevated through intelligent technology is the cornerstone that will get you there. Look, at Ivanti, we've been helping customers for 30 years plus, and now have more than 40,000 customers globally, more than 88% in the Fortune 100. We have more than 7,000 partners, and we assist over 100 million users every day. Our 3,000 employees are focused on one mission: enabling everywhere work. Wherever your people are, whatever devices they use to get their job done, and however they're accessing your network, your complexities are at the core of what we do. We value your collaboration and your partnership. As our customers and partners, we are in this for you and together with you. And together, we'll move you forward. When you leave us today, my goal is for you to have a better understanding of our commitment to you and our mission to elevate everywhere work. 3 things we'll cover today. First, we understand everywhere work, you and your pain. We know the day in the life of the IT and security professionals. Much of this we've heard from you. At the same time, we've experienced this firsthand. Ivanti considers ourselves customer zero. We use our solutions. In fact, we're converting all of our business to Ivanti solutions. We also continue to do research. Our latest report just came out recently, and I want to share more of that in just a few minutes. Next, I want to help you to know how Ivanti can help. I want you to understand what we are doing to help you and organizations like yours face the obstacles and really turn them into opportunities. It may have been some time since you've heard an update from Ivanti, and there's been a lot going on. We've been working diligently to understand your barriers and how we can help you break them down so your organization and your teams can thrive. And finally, you'll hear from Ivanti's Chief Product Officer, Sri Mukkamala, about Ivanti's product vision and strategy and how our solutions are helping organizations. We're uniquely positioned to enable you bridge technology silos across IT and cybersecurity. And Sri will explain how we're doing this so you can achieve a better risk profile and improved employee experience. I believe it always makes sense for us as a partner to start with our understanding of your world. And to that end, let me ask you a couple of questions. How many of you are concerned with your employees working remotely, either from a security or an employee experience standpoint? Have you quantified your threat vectors? Are you ready to prioritize and address them? Are you thinking daily about keeping your employees engaged and productive? Have you considered how technology impacts employees' digital experience? We understand what your world is like. Exponentially more devices to track, to secure, and to service. Your workforce is engaging your network from anywhere and everywhere. The never-ending race against cyber terrorism and the ever-evolving demands on your employees for best-in-class service. We've heard these concerns from you, and we've done our own research. As I just mentioned, we consider Ivanti to be customer zero. Our own CIO is our first customer, and we know firsthand some of the pains of these last few years in particular. All of these inputs are what's driving us. We understand the challenges and the obstacles you are facing. At a macro level, we're all still facing a lot. Lingering pandemic, war in Eastern Europe, continued supply chain challenges, demand for talent and hybrid work, and a lot of economic uncertainty, specifically for CISOs and CIOs and other IT and security professionals. It's getting tough. You're being tasked with a dichotomy of goals: increase automation and growth, while at the same time reduce risk and optimize spend. To counter these pressures, many organizations have started to accelerate digital transformation initiatives and digital assets, such as smart products and services, channels such as mobile apps and e-commerce, and digital business capabilities such as touchless interaction to accelerate growth beyond what was previously possible with people and machines. The pressure on CIOs is higher than ever to implement the initiatives that will deliver digital dividends. With all of this digital transformation occurring in hybrid environments, we're seeing increased security threats. CEOs, CISOs, and CIOs are more concerned than ever about these threats. According to one of our studies, 1 in 5 security professionals won't wager a candy bar that they can stop a damaging security breach on their organization. And then there's the war on talent. Companies that succeed will be known as destination companies. Those will be organizations where employees' growth and experiences are a high priority. And there's still a demand for qualified premier tech talent. Employees are still very much in the driver's seat for organizations. And when we talk about economic pressures, while the global economy has not been as dire as was first predicted, we're still seeing some impact, and many companies are being very cautious. As I mentioned, along with the conversations we've had with many of you, we also do our own research, and we do so to keep a finger on the pulse of what your employees and employees globally are thinking and saying. Conducting our own studies, we produce thought leadership that supports the investments we make to address your biggest challenges. In fact, in our most recent study, specifically about everywhere work, just released this week, we surveyed 8,400 office workers, IT professionals, and C-level executives globally. And the results of the survey confirm we're never going back to pre-pandemic work environments. Only 13% of respondents want to come to the office every day. 30% specifically want to work from home, and 15% would rather work from anywhere they happen to be. But the biggest preference, at 71%, was the preference for a hybrid model, which is a little bit of everything. And in contrast to what companies suspected could or would happen when the shift began, employees say they're more productive now than they were prior to 2020. And I think most employers would confirm productivity has maintained acceptable, if not even really good levels. This really confirmed everywhere work can work, but can we keep it that way? And at what cost? It shouldn't be a surprise that the shift to everywhere work has a cost. There's an impact to risk and security. Ivanti's survey showed that in the last year, there's a far higher rate of employees using personal devices to do their jobs, and this in turn has caused a big increase in IT help desk tickets. And organizations continue to see shadow IT, meaning people are finding their own creative solutions to access the network. That's not good. And that presents massive additional risks that IT must work to mitigate. So how are IT organizations responding to these challenges? Well, again, Ivanti research has shown that you're taking all of this head on. 42% of digitally mature companies are accelerating digital transformation initiatives in 2023 despite economic challenges. Those costs are getting prioritized over other things. In the next 3 years, 60% of threat detection, investigation, and response will leverage exposure management data to validate and prioritize threats. We're automating this problem. And as we've all read year after year, there's still an ongoing need for IT and security talent. In fact, the deficit is more than 3.4 million security professionals, and that's an increase of 26% from just 2021 numbers. Progress is being made. 68% of organizations think their systems are more secure today due to adopting cloud-based systems and storage. What all this research suggests is that you're literally in the midst of all of this chaos with numerous barriers and obstacles and challenges to overcome. Just consider this for a moment. The cost of cybercrime globally is $8 trillion, and over 85% of organizations have experienced a cyber attack in the last year. Staggering data, and it's not getting better. And the impact doesn't stop with the financial, operational, and brand risk to companies. There's a real impact today on employees. It takes longer to resolve IT tickets, and there's a 20% increased cost to IT for each contact. So the users are suffering. Your employees have an average of 130 digital experience issues every year, and those are just the ones they report. A customer recently told me that he knew his users were absolutely underreporting issues because they didn't want to take that time to open the tickets. And so the real impact is even greater. CISOs and IT directors are trying to bring together numerous capabilities under one roof to overcome these pain points. You need a more holistic solution. And my gosh, when you look at all of this data and the situation, your roles are a digital vortex of mayhem. We understand your barriers. We understand your obstacles. There are some bright lights on the horizon. These credible sources confirm this. Hyperautomation can assist, reliably assisting IT. The total time from initial discovery to full resolution and remediation of cyber breaches is shrinking. AI is getting practical results. It's not just a bot to write term papers. We understand your challenges. We understand your headaches. And this is where we've been focusing our attention the past 2 years and working diligently to deliver the technology that you need. We're the only software vendor that brings together full visibility of your environment to the management and securing of all endpoints and users, while prioritizing risks and remediation to ultimately enable you to service your business through one unified source of truth so that you can proactively elevate your employees' experience. Ivanti's Neurons strategy is the realization of our vision to help you leverage intelligent automation to provide greater efficiency and experience. As one of our customers put it recently, the use of Ivanti Neurons and the Neurons platform has opened up a world of AI and machine learning opportunities and one-touch resolutions. Look, it's our mission to break down the barriers so your people and your organization can thrive. We understand these barriers. We're in the trenches with you. Our goal is to see you succeed. This is what we're all about. This is our purpose. It's important that I note too, we pride ourselves on a holistic experience for our customers. It doesn't stop with the sale. Our commitment is to own the full journey to your target business outcomes with you. And I can confirm our partner ecosystem is equally committed to every customer reaching their target business outcomes. And they do so with world-class service every step of the way. As I now hand over to Ivanti Chief Product Officer, Sri Mukkamala, let me just underscore, we're on a mission to elevate everywhere work by breaking down the barriers. This is our passion. This is why we wake up every day excited to support you. And now, Sri will take you through Ivanti's product vision and strategy, and more specifically, how we're delivering on this mission.
So thank you, Jeff, for the introduction and having me here. And the first thing I want to make sure everybody truly understands is we're continuing a momentum. In the last 2 to 3 years, we have done quite a bit. We brought best of the breed to the market. We started bringing our products together. And not only that, we started solving some amazing problems. And if you take a look at our momentum, you all know this, but I want to make sure we all remember. Just take a look at what our analysts are telling. When it comes to service management, we not only have been doing some amazing work. Line of business is a great example of what we bring to the table. But remember, from an evolution perspective, we started to bring in DevSecOps. If you take a look at ITSM as an industry, a lot of them focus on service management, but very few of them have prioritization when it comes to security alerts, when it comes to vulnerability alerts, when it comes to automating your tickets. That's the evolution piece we're talking about. We're bringing in very unique, disruptive technologies to what we have already done and take it to the next evolution. And same momentum continues with our UEM. You all have known us extremely well for what we have done on endpoint management, on mobile device management, and mobile threat device management. Now think about this. Again, we had great momentum bringing endpoint, mobile, and IoT together. We also started talking about verticalization, frontline worker, medical devices. That's why we're in the latest quadrant. But now we extended this to giving you the user experience. We extended this to automation. We extended this to bots that can self-heal. So again, evolving from the momentum and truly delivering what you all are asking for. And the last mile. When you start looking at the household names in cybersecurity, people are very good at diagnosing things. Companies you buy today generate a lot of alerts. We have an alert fatigue going on in the industry. We have an problem fatigue, right? Service management requests going on. Now let's focus on alerts. Cyber hygiene is a core theme today when it comes to ransomware. When it comes to legislations, that's a core theme. What is the root cause? When you find something that you got to go remediate, you got to go patch. Ivanti's story of resilience is really the last mile. Whether you look at Qualys, SentinelOne, Intel, Broadcom, the major telcos in the world, they all use our patch to truly remediate the findings via their tools. We are that company who is delivering on that mission to help make world a safer place. So from a continuous evolution, let me build on that theme here. We talked about we have some amazing momentum. Analysts are truly rewarding us for it. More than that, you are rewarding us for that. Thank you for being our loyal customers. Thank you for all the input you've been giving us to truly take this to the next evolution, taking from an on-prem to the cloud. We're no different. We've been working on this strategy for a while. We built on it. Now you see us actually being at the forefront of it. Rather than doing a retrofit of an on-prem trying to make look like SaaS, we're truly ensuring you have a hybrid experience. It's a journey. We're taking what you're doing today, ensuring that there are use case parity and solving for the future needs as well. Not looking for what's in the rearview mirror, but we're truly ensuring we can solve for unique challenges the current hybrid environments pose. And that's the SaaS evolution story. You'll also see from us, how are we really taking this evolution and what are our priorities? What do we plan to deliver for you? From a SaaS transformation perspective, the most important thing is we want our on-prem customers to start taking advantage of the cloud. Again, it's a journey. We understand it, and that's what we're working on. We're making sure whatever we build is actually stable, it actually delivers and meets your needs. And from that perspective, what is one of the most important things we have to pay attention to? Interoperability, right? Can our products talk to each other? While we have best of the breed from an individual product perspective, this SaaS strategy is allowing us to bring that interoperability together. How are we doing that? With APIs. So this is where the extensibility comes in. Not only we are integrating with our own products, but we are actually extending that to other best of the breed products in the industry. Once that happens, naturally you want that human experience. While we're really doing things at machine speed, whether it's a cloud growth, APIs, that's all machine. Humans don't quite interact there, but humans interact at the UI UX. Because of all the insights, because of all the things we're putting together, we want the users to have the best experience, right? Simplicity and have the best experience. Again, what are we trying to do? Bring efficiency so they can make faster decisions with everything we bring together. And finally, reporting. If you look at legislation, you have to report to your auditors. If you look at legislation, you have to report to your boards. If you look at legislation, you have to comply with all the certifying authorities. What does it really mean? You have to produce zillions of reports. And we want to make sure that's native to the platforms we build and how we're bringing all our solutions together. Again, there's a focus on this. The key takeaways here are what you're trying to accomplish is a true SaaS transformation. We're not trying to retrofit, we're not trying to take shortcuts, but truly build a solution that's efficient, that scales, and delivers on our promise. So the proof is in the pudding. Let me show you exactly what this is. This is delivered from the cloud, anywhere, everywhere, in a more secure fashion. One of the most important things we're doing is bringing the data together in the human readable form. And if you take a look at how it's being presented, I need to have APIs that deliver to the screen, right? It's your platform, your cloud, your APIs. Now the UI UX I talked about. The first thing we're talking about here is cyber hygiene is about understanding your blast radius, my end-of-life software, right? Which is a big thing because ransomware takes full advantage of that. Systems that are not getting patched, systems that are not getting the laser signatures. We actually show you very clearly how many devices did we discover, how many of them are end-of-life, how many of them are not getting updates. We clearly want to give you, I have a problem, I need to go remediate that, right? We want to surface what's most important rather than you going to go triage that. The next most important thing, we talked about human experience. We want to measure that. And we're actually doing a digital experience score here, whether it's from a device perspective, from a security perspective, from a user experience. We're bringing all that together and showing you individual scores, departmental scores, organizational scores. And then we're actually showing you, is it trending up? Is it trending down? And then we can actually break it down how the score is being composed. The next most important thing you would love is device management. Here we truly show you how we are looking at device management, which discovery agent discovered a device, which one did not, and how are we bringing all this together in one place where you truly can act on that. So from an efficiency, again, this is a very important thing. We all talk about AI in the revolution of making everybody intelligent, making everybody efficient. What is the key ingredient that we all need? It's data. We have plenty of data. We have an amazing, amazing opportunity. And that's what we've been doing for years, and we're continuing to build on that momentum. What are we doing here? Take a simple example. If you have to look at patch management, first, I need to know my devices. I need to know what's on the devices. I need to know the version number. I need to know the missing patches. Then I need to see if that patch is reliable. Then I apply during the window. That's a week-long process. You listen to all our Patch Tuesdays when we talk about prioritization. But what are we bringing here? Because we have the insights. We have the discovery data. We have the enumeration data. We have the exposure data. We have the risk data. We know the patch efficiency data. These are 5 different signals we have today. A human has to put that together. Lots of triaging, manual effort. What are we doing now? We're bringing security. We're bringing all these components I just talked about. How do you write your service management and generate a ticket? XYZ, go patch this. XYZ can be a machine, XYZ can be a user, right? It's really understanding and scheduling it. Now let's take a notch up. By our analytics, what we're doing is we're going back and helping you prioritize your service requests. Which one should I do? Is it based off an alert? Is it based on the security risk? What are we doing here? First, getting it to the first order, bringing security and service tasks together, then prioritizing it. Now think about this. Once I learn to prioritize, I can automate this end to end, from playbooks, from bots, from a lot of the innovation we're bringing into our platforms, right? Then we can build metrics so I can measure the mean time to detect, mean time to remediate, and what is my resilience. We can help with the decision automation. We can suggest playbooks to the users. We can accept. We can help them with the decision support. They can ask our bots the questions. Again, the key takeaway here is we're doing wonderful things with the data where we're able to truly understand, help you with the faster decisions, and actually act on it. Not just tell you what to do, but do for you. And that's the story we're building. And when you take an example of vulnerability management, let's break down one of those. Today, if I have to take a look at risk-based vulnerability management, you have to understand the threats. Somebody has to go hunt for them. What is my hunting ground? The entire internet, the surface web, the dark web, the deep web. I need to now have intelligence. I have to subscribe to a feed, understand how it's applicable to me, and then I need to look at what is really causing this threat. What are the vulnerabilities? What are the weaknesses? By the way, that's 3 people, tons of data, tons of triage, and Excel to death. You don't want that. You don't want to be spending time on data plumbing. You want to be spending time on actioning. You want to be spending time where you're intelligent, right? So here, what do? When you get all this data, you have to go filter it, you have to go prioritize it, and build a strategy. You're not getting efficiencies. Today, how we do it, when we bring all this together, the data triaging, the crunching, all that happens, and we truly tell you what is your priority. That's efficiency. Then you have to organize this, put them into workflows. I talked about prioritizing and alerting in that previous slide. That's what we're talking about. It's prioritized now. The playbook is already created. That's the beauty. Now there is accountability. Who did I assign to? Or is it the bot that's doing work for me? I can ensure there's accountability, right? It's all in the system. It's an audit record that will meet your compliance needs as well. And finally, it's all about delivering with assurance, right? You want certainty. When you say the task is going to be scheduled, will it be completed? Will it be done? And today you can truly measure what are your risks, what resilience am I creating, how am I bringing all this together? So this is where we're breaking silos, not only from a human perspective, but also from a tool perspective, bringing all the data together to make you all extremely efficient. So if you take a look at cyber risk management, there is a boardroom topic. Whether it's legislation, whether you're using AI, whether you're using automation, or you are just running your business as usual. Given the regulatory pressures, you have to now being asked to do a lot of tactical things while you should be doing strategic things as well. Here at Ivanti, what we're doing, we're helping you with the triage. I touched on it throughout my presentation. You should not be doing data plumbing. Leave it up to us. Let our machines, let our analytics do that for you, right? Don't be reactive, be proactive. We can help you with the discovery. We have some of the best discovery tools in the market. We can help you with asset cataloging. I mean, that's where our service mapping comes into play. We become the single source of truth of all your devices, right? Whether it's through passive or active with an agent. We will help you with prioritization. What are your vulnerabilities? What are the threats? What are your regulatory pressures that you need to be focusing on? And finally, it's all about managing it. Whether it's a human managing it or the machine managing it, we can help you with that. Really, where we want you to be is focus on tuning and augmenting the machine intelligence, right? Bringing that human knowledge, bringing that causality models, bringing that chaotic models to the machines to really serve the strategic purpose and efficiencies of the organization. And it's all about truly ensuring we are an efficient organization. I touched on the 3Ds, right? Deploy, diffuse, deflate. And when you look at how we're doing it, we truly take shift left to the next level. Most people understand shift left from a developer perspective. We need to be moving towards where the developer is writing code so we understand what the vulnerabilities are. By the way, that applies to IT and service management as well. If you take a look at what's happening, when you purpose a device, whether it's a physical or a virtual or mobile or an endpoint, you want to ensure your baseline image is secure. It has all the right security controls. It has the up-to-date software. It's getting its updates and so forth, right? That is left. You want to track the health of that device from the day it's provisioned. What is on the device? Who has access to the device? What data is it touching? So if you take a look at what we're trying to do, the first thing we're doing is we're empowering our employees, help them be self-sufficient as well. We're giving them the knowledge, we're giving them the tools where they don't have to be relying on a human, right? That's the beauty. We're bringing everything to them so they can make decisions and be self-sufficient. That's what Ivanti is bringing to the table. We are ensuring we are actually measuring your user experience. We're measuring your devices. We're measuring the efficiency. We will only escalate if we truly believe a human needs to be involved. And then resolving incidents at machine speed. Do as much as we can through automation, but also give the decision points to the human. Hey, these are the steps we're seeing. This is a diagnostics. We believe this is appropriate action. Validate it, apply yes, or triage it and teach the machine what it needs to do. And finally, it's all about measuring it. Don't just listen to us, but you can see this in action in your own environments. So how is all this magic happening? I touched a little bit on neurons, but let me do the finale here. The most important strategy, what we have built is the horizontal story. While every single product of ours is best of breed, I mean, we have been known for that. We are actually world leaders. Now, how do we build that horizontal tissue for best of the breed? Whether it's Ivanti built products or your existing products. Neurons is actually bringing all this together. It's the perfect synergy of human intelligence and machine intelligence. We are empowering the human with the real data insights, right? So that is the first convergence of the human and the machine coming together. The next important thing, I talked about proactive, not reactive. We are bringing completely preventative and proactive resilience to what we do. And finally, making sure we help you find the unknowns. People talk about known knowns. That's not too exciting. People talk about known unknowns. That's important. It's the unknowns and unknowns, the blind spots. That's what we're uncovering. And neurons will help us look at each individual technology, help us identify those blind spots and really put a focus light on those. So if you take a look at this, you probably have seen 3 different versions in the last 2 years of how we evolved with our strategy. Again, we're learning from our customers, we're learning from our partners, we're learning from our ecosystem players. Instead of having a 3-pillar strategy, we said, you know what, let's simplify who we are as a company. I touched on the horizontal layer. Let me bring all this together. If you take a look at it, it's security, it's IT, right? Service management. What we have done was, while customers today are aligned to do very specific things when it comes to security, whether it's endpoint management, mobile device management, mobile threat defense management, or industrial IoT, patch management, vulnerability management, all these are different security functions, whether it's secure access or web firewalls. All these tools today are used to understand your security posture, manage your security posture, and maintain your security posture. Interestingly, they all generate tons of tickets. Where do I write them? I can't write them to spreadsheets. That's where our service management comes to become a source of truth. If you take a look at us, we're becoming that system of record and system of truth. Ultimately, what Neurons is doing is building systems of intelligence, bringing all this data together. And there are certain pieces like discovery, edge intelligence, healing. They work on both aisles. They help the IT guys, they help the security guys. So the systems of intelligence is what Neurons is all about. It's the intelligent brain. It's the neuro system that's taking all the data coming from all our tools and truly helping our customers achieve their goals. So finally, it's all about ensuring that we never forget the most important stakeholder, the human. While we are really good at keeping our machines at machine speed and operational speed, we also need to cater for the humans. We need to ensure they're getting the best experience. And how do we do it? We're actually measuring that. Are they happy? Are they not happy? Are they getting what they need? What's the dwell time? But remember, we're also doing that with ensuring there's proper cyber hygiene. Because if you look at 99% of the threats today, why are they successful? Because we don't have proper hygiene. The 3 things that matter: introducing weak code, not patching systems on time, not configuring them right. Those are the 3 ingredients that help your hygiene to take a hit. And Ivanti is all about bringing that hygiene and helping the users do what they're good at. So take a look at an example of some of our customers. Our customers have been with us for years, using our on-prem solutions. They truly realize the value of our SaaS transformation, our journey to the cloud. So what are they doing? A particular customer, I'll give you a simple example. They were using our on-prem ITSM. They were using our on-prem discovery. They were using a few other on-prem solutions. They realized the Neurons strategy can bring all these different silos together. So they have discovery, they have asset management. Now they can discover all their assets, all types, mobile, endpoint, industrial, agent-based, passive, all comes to one place. They have an asset management that clearly tells what's on the device. They have a service mapping, so they can enumerate the software it's running, the firmware it's running, which users have access to it. Now, once they do that, they can automatically create service requests into a service management. We would love for you all to be a part of their journey. I truly believe, we truly believe, Neurons is your best partner in this journey, and we can create tremendous value. With that, Jeff, I would love to deliver your final thoughts.
Thank you, Sri. As you can see, Ivanti has gained significant momentum, and we're harnessing it. We're continuing to evolve and work with you to create greater efficiencies so that your employees can do great work. Your challenges are our challenges. We're not resting on our laurels. We'll continue to break down barriers for you so that you can face your IT and cybersecurity challenges with confidence. We're continuously evolving our Neuron strategy to meet your needs. You've told us moving to SaaS is an anchor for the outcomes you need to achieve. We're continuing to evolve our solutions so that you can take advantage of the scale and flexibility that SaaS delivers. You need data visibility and the intelligence it brings to shift from reactive to proactive mode. Automation that truly lifts humans and our intelligence continues to be the mission of Ivanti Neurons. I can tell you, we'll continue to shine a light on the dark corners so that you can see what's coming and you can act. I want to thank you all again for being with us today. We know your time is valuable, and as I said in the beginning, we understand what you're going through. We know the barriers, but we view them as opportunities. We're here to help you elevate everywhere work so your people and organization can thrive. And we have the solutions to help you. We're turning the wrenches. We're continuing to evolve our product roadmaps and delivery to bring the strategy to life. Together, we're going to move you forward. Thank you, and we look forward to our collective success. Now, Melissa has some final points to cover. Melissa?
Thank you, Jeff and Sri. Now, this is just the beginning. We hope that you will join us at one of our Ivanti Everywhere event series this month or next. During these 1.5-day sessions, you'll get hands-on opportunities to learn new ways to enhance and expand upon the Ivanti foundation you have already built for your organization. You will also have the chance to share your experiences and hear from other customers, solution partners, and Ivanti product and customer success experts. Go to Ivanti.com/IE2023. And if you'd like more details about the Everywhere Work Report that Jeff referenced today, go to Ivanti.com/report. Thank you again, and have a great rest of your day.